the Chinese cooking channel called Chinese Cooking Channel. Today we're doing the homemade noodles. So this is a simple homemade noodle recipe. So let's get started. So we're going to put 2 cups of all-purpose flour into a big bowl. Just like that. And then you're going to add a teaspoon of salt. So just add a teaspoon of salt. Then you just got to mix it up. Mix the salt and the flour. And then gradually add 1 cup of warm water. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. Gradually add some more water. So it's going to look a little shaggy after you put the water in there. I just forgot to do that. But use the end of a wooden spoon. Add the final bit of water in there. So now you're just going to knead the flour for about 10 minutes. So just add a little flour to the dough if it gets too sticky. So as you knead it, add a bit of flour as you go. So after about 10 minutes, just put a cellophane over it. And cover for about 30 minutes. Just continue kneading the dough. Just like this. You're going to cut that into, say about 3 pieces here. So each piece, roll it up a little more. Take a rolling pin. Roll it out. Just add a little flour there. So just continue to roll the dough as thin as you can. Put a little flour on one side of the dough. Roll the ends towards the middle. So once that is done, cut off the rough ends from both sides. Then you cut the noodles into individual strands. So you can keep the noodles fairly thin because they will expand in the boiling water. The noodles will be sticky, so make sure you add a little extra flour to keep the noodles from sticking. Roll out the dough for the last 2 pieces in the same way. So finish cutting the individual strands for the noodles. For this recipe, you can make 1 to 1.5 plates of homemade handmade noodles. So bring the water to a boil and then put some salt and cooking oil in. So put about a teaspoon of salt. I like to add about a tablespoon or 2 of cooking oil. Now put the noodles into the boiling water, making sure the noodles don't stick together. The noodles only need to be cooked for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. Once the noodles are finished cooking, put the noodles into a strainer and run the noodles under cold water. To cook the noodles, preheat a pan or a wok at medium heat. Then add a teaspoon of chopped garlic and a half a teaspoon of chopped ginger. Here you can add your favorite vegetable or meat toppings. Here we're using minced pork. Now add half a teaspoon of salt. Then add half a teaspoon of sesame oil. Give the ingredients a quick stir fry, and then add the noodles. Add a teaspoon of dark soy sauce. Then add a teaspoon of light soy sauce. Then add 1 teaspoon of oyster flavor sauce and any other kind of sauces that you like. Give the noodles a final stir fry. There you have it, homemade noodles stir fry. Enjoy. Thanks for checking out my video. Please like, subscribe, and any comments and questions are welcome.